Coming up next, it's a welterweight bout between George St Pierre and Robbie Lawler. So we get another look tonight at the former UFC welterweight champion, Robbie Lawler. Longtime American top team staple, realized his best success under the ATT banner, has since moved on, but there is no denying just how much he has brought to the octagon. So many seminal moments for ruthless Robbie Lawler.
This guy has ruthless one-punch knockout power. You can't teach it, but when a fighter has it, it's a huge advantage.
Here is the UFC middleweight champion, George St Pierre, walked away from the game after a 12th consecutive win in defense of his title against Johnny Hendricks in 2013, returned to the octagon in 2017. This is one of the most dominant takedown artists in UFC history. Stand-up skills as well, an outstanding jab, and he's back on the big stage tonight.
George St Pierre is one of the top athletes in the sport. Great speed, great strength, and extremely talented. He's got world-class skills on his feet or on the ground, and he has dominated so many guys with his wrestling.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Lawler is 35, GSP is 36. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, just about ready to go here now for the particulars. We go inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 28 wins, 12 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, ruthless Robbie Lawler! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
Well, Joe, you can even sense the history just walking into the venue tonight. Good to have you with us as we get underway from the world-famous Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan.
George St Pierre is one of the very best fighters to ever fight in the UFC. He's the greatest welterweight champion in the history of the sport and one of the best wrestlers to ever compete in mixed martial arts. He's also fantastic at mixing up wrestling and striking and being unpredictable in his attacks.
Oh, clipped him with the jab. Well, he's playing with fire here, Joe. He continues to be vulnerable to that jab by almost leaning into it, right into his opponent's range. Got to find a way to move those feet and ultimately get that head off of the center line.
They're both landing bombs on each other. Almost hits him with that left hook.
Try to establish that jab.
And he looks for the takedown.
Lawler gets back up, back into his comfort zone.
Good job of avoiding the clinch.
That's it, free the legs.
It looks to me like he's trying to turn towards either side. They're canceling each other out. referee's gonna stand him up here. Good call.
Oh, misses with the jab.
Clean, straight punch.
GSP gets caught with that punch.
Good combination so far from both men.
He missed with that jab attempt there. Inside leg kick is there.
Big takedown.
And dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. He's gonna try to take the back, I think. He's got the back and secures both hooks. Excellent movement on the ground here, constantly moving, constantly staying busy. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. 15 seconds.
He landed a hard hammer fist. He's now working from side control again.
Round two next.
And here's a nice shot, lands perfectly. And here's another clean shot that lands. And another perfectly placed strike.
Like you normally do everything like you normally do. Distance control. The rest can take care of itself.
Thank you very much, Carly Baker.
Are you ready? You ready?
All right, second round underway. With conviction to the body.
Good punch.
Lawler gets hit with a kick. And he connects with the punch there. Well, he has landed some good shots tonight, Joe, but as yet, he has been unable to string together any solid combinations, and that has served to keep his opponent in this fight. So let's see if he can change up the tempo a little bit with his strikes and try to put together a combination that is more damaging to his opponent.
He's back up.
A hard inside leg kick. Lawler gets caught with that punch. Gotta shore up the defense here. His opponent lands that kick to the body, Joe, and he has shown an increased susceptibility to that strike here tonight. Oh, nice job by him there to slip that offering.
Trying to get a single.
Single.
He moves into side control. He's gonna attack with a Kimura. He's looking for a Kimura here inside control, and what he wants to do is, he wants to pin that hand down, slide his hand under his opponent's arm, securing the double wrist lock position, then step over his opponent's neck and pull, stunning.
And that will do it!
And he really made it look easy. Beautiful technique setting it up, and a beautiful job in getting that submission.
Yeah, that is high-level stuff out of him there, Joe, to finish the submission. It's one thing to get the dominant position. It's another thing to close the show, and he certainly did that here tonight. That's a big one.
And here we can see it again. Beautiful technique here on this Kimura, perfectly applied for the tap. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. The official decision is now in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levines called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 57 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, George Rush St Pierre!
All right, so George Rush St Pierre getting back to what he does best here tonight. Another dominant performance in a career full of big efforts in the biggest of situations. And even when his opponents think they know what's coming, few men can stop GSP. That was once again the case here tonight. Weight tilt between Tyron Woodley and Johnny Hendricks. So here's the former UFC welterweight champion Johnny Hendricks, 4-time All-American wrestler at Oklahoma State University. That is certainly his bread and butter, but it's that left hand, Joe, that has sent bodies flying across the canvas in his UFC career. And this is a man who realized the UFC welterweight title with a win over Robbie Lawler back at UFC 171 in 2014. Now at 185 pounds, no longer dealing with what was a devastating weight cut. We'll see if Johnny Hendricks can make a run here in the second division.
Johnny Hendricks may have the best one-punch knockout power in all of MMA. His left hand may be the single most devastating weapon we've ever seen inside the octagon.
So for a long time now, Tyron Woodley has reigned atop this UFC welterweight division, and certainly the contenders are starting to pile up. But this is a man who is going to be very difficult to knock off the perch. You know about the wrestling chops. You obviously know about the power he has in both hands, but it's the fight IQ that has really started to catch up with the other skills for Tyron Woodley that has made him a pound-for-pound threat and one of the UFC's most dominant champions over the last several years.
This guy is one of the toughest guys I have ever seen inside the octagon. His ability to absorb punishment and then come back from it is just absolutely incredible to watch.
Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. Woodley is 1 year the elder. He will have a 5-inch reach advantage. We send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, USA, Tyron, the Chosen One, Woodley. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
Okay, you ready? You ready?
Here we go. All right, so here is Johnny Hendricks back competing at 185 pounds as we get ready to go with round 1. I know a lot of observers are interested to see how he approaches this one tactically. Does he go for the takedown, which figures to be there, or choose to strike with a very gifted striker? Time will tell. Joe, your thoughts on what we might see here early?
Johnny Hendricks has a ruthlessly powerful overhand left. Keep an eye out for that.
Oh, Hendricks gets in a clinch here early. That knee might have landed there. flush right hand is true. Battle for position here. Oh, beautiful takedown defense there to stuff the shot. And now he's got the tie clinch. Oh, shoots for the takedown, but he misses. Nice sprawl. And they separate. Switching stances here.
Working from the mounted crucifix. He's moved back into side control once more. Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position. This is where those knees to the body can come in play.
Oh, vicious hammer fist lands.
He's back into side control here. Excellent movement here on the ground.
Oh, lands an elbow. Didn't open him up, but very well could have.
He's out!
Do you believe it?
Beautiful ground and pound KO.
Yeah, Joe, that was some throwback style ground and pound. He was trying to pound his opponent's head through the damn canvas. He wasn't looking to score there. He was looking to land big shots and get his opponent out of there. Well, mission accomplished on that front. This is one of the bigger knockout victories of his career.
Here it is one more time. Boom.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the huge knockout victory. That could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year. All right, the official decision is inside the octagon. That's where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 30 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Johnny Big Rig Hendricks.
Well, there appears to be plenty of fight left in this dog. Congratulations to the former UFC welterweight champion, Johnny Hendricks, now working and working well in this UFC middleweight division. It remains to be seen as to whether or not he can really make a title run at 180. Welterweight showdown between the Nigerian nightmare Kamaru Usman and Matt Serra. All right, so here he is, Matt the Terror Serra, with the great Ray Longo there in his corner. And of course, all eyes are on Matt Serra here tonight. You know what he did back at UFC 69, springing the upset by knocking out the heavy favorite George St Pierre. And now having realized the UFC Welterweight Championship, how much confidence does that give Matt Serra going forward as he continues to take his shots at this talented division's elite?
Matt Serra is an elite grappler with a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Renzo Gracie, but he also has big punching power and loves to stand and bang, which, as I'm sure everyone remembers, is exactly how he stopped George St Pierre to become the welterweight champion.
Well, good to see this young fighter make the walk here tonight. His takedowns are really some of the best in the game. So explosive, great technique behind them. Certainly you see shades of his collegiate wrestling career. His opponent's got to watch out for those, but even an opponent with good takedown defense will succumb to this guy's shots. No telegraph behind him. When this guy wants to take you down, more often than not, he succeeds.
This guy has ridiculous hand speed. If this fight comes to a striking exchange, he will have a distinct advantage.
of the tape for this welterweight fight. 4 years apart, with some differences in height, but big differences in reach. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 16 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, USA, Matt the Terror Serra. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A wrestler holding a professional record of 14 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
Ready?
Well, no better way to pay homage to the history of pride in the UFC with this single night UFC Grand Prix tournament. Some of the best fighters in the world have come out. Let's see who will be the last fighter standing here tonight. Usman gets caught by the inside leg. Nicely done here in the early going with the takedown.
And he's trying to pass. Now he flips him over into side control. He's looking for an arm triangle. He's got the arm secured. Scoots his hips back, sprawls. It's getting tighter. This could be it. He could tap. Incredible.
And there it is.
Just absolutely incredible. Great job in establishing that submission.
Yeah, so how about that, Joe? We can barely tell people what color the trunks are on these fighters, and we get the submission win. So not a lot of wasted time. He got the takedown early, and the submission came soon thereafter. Great effort, great technique here tonight.
And one last time, super tight choke, and he's out. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 30 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, Matt Serra.
Well, Matt Serra's not a one-hit wonder, ladies and gentlemen, as we congratulate Team Serra Longo on a monumental result here tonight. A lot of people wondered what would be the encore after the knockout of George St Pierre at UFC 69. Matt Serra has proven that that fight gave him a whole lot of confidence that he put into good use in this performance here tonight. All right, coming up next, it is a welterweight showdown between Matt Hughes and the UFC Hall of Famer, BJ Penn. Well, he made his UFC debut back in 2001 at UFC 31, and here is BJ Penn back for more tonight. UFC Hall of Famer who won the UFC welterweight title in 04, and then realized the UFC lightweight title 4 years later in 2008. This man can do it all, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best boxers this lightweight division has seen. You are staring at a man, Joe Rogan, who is ubiquitously regarded as the greatest lightweight in UFC history.
BJ Penn is considered by many to be the greatest lightweight fighter to ever walk the planet. He's got outstanding jiu-jitsu skills and uncanny flexibility. He's also extremely dangerous on his feet with fast hands and very technical boxing skills.
So you know what this fighter can do offensively, but defensively, I'll be surprised if he gets put on his back tonight. The takedown defense really jumps off the film. Great balance, a solid base, as quick a sprawl as anybody in this division. And a lot of fighters offensively waste a lot of energy trying to bring this fighter down. May want to try to beat him on the feet, because if you're going to employ the takedown, more often than not, this guy will sprawl and stuff your shot.
Matt Hughes combined ruthless ground and pound with outstanding wrestling and explosive submissions to make him one of the greatest welterweight champions in the history of the sport.
Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. More than 5 years apart, with the same height and some differences in reach. And now with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 16 wins, 13 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Hilo, Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion and the former UFC welterweight champion of the world, the Prodigy, BJ Penn! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 41 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Hillsboro, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a member of the UFC Hall of Fame and former UFC welterweight champion, Matt Hughes. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready? You ready?
First round underway.
Matt Hughes is an elite-level grappler, impossibly strong for this weight class. And listen to this fact. In his career, he has wins over 6 UFC title holders. BJ Penn, Matt Serra, George St Pierre, Dave Menei, Sean Shirk, and Carlos Newton.
Hughes gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. All right, first round is underway, and you know what to look out for here. The powerful overhand punches. That is a big part of his game plan. Every time he makes this walk, it is his go-to punch. We'll see if he can find a home for it early tonight.
He looks, he caught his arm. Got the double wrist lock position. From there, he's gonna rotate his body, put his leg across the back, and then put his other leg on the back of the neck. Lifts that wrist up and towards his opponent's back. That's a wrap, folks. Great job, didn't waste any time, took this fight to the ground and got the early submission.
Well, yeah, Joe, that was fun while it lasted. He told us he wanted to be at his most efficient here tonight. He certainly didn't waste a lot of time. He knew he wanted to get the fight to the ground. He gets the early takedown, and the submission follows shortly thereafter.
And here's the end. And here it is again, absolutely perfectly executed. And finally, one more time, no choice but to tap.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine is going to stop to this contest at 1 minute, 36 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, the Prodigy, BJ Penn!
So congratulations to the UFC Hall of Famer, the Prodigy BJ Penn. And let's not forget, this is a man who made his debut at UFC 31 back in 2001. But as you saw tonight, still plenty of fight left inside the pride of Hilo, Hawaii. Baby J, your winner tonight.
Yo, I came to do damage, not hurt anybody. In the same club that used to turf everybody. I put in 25 hours, I outworked everybody. Turn down big money, I know my worth. I'm not anybody, don't let them hold you down. I'm from the bottom, that's where they hold you down.
It is a welterweight matchup between George St Pierre and Johnny Hendricks. A four-time All-American wrestler at Oklahoma State University. Here is the former UFC welterweight champion, Johnny Hendricks. This is a man who sent bodies flying across the octagon when he was in his prime. Realized the UFC welterweight title back at UFC 171 with a unanimous decision victory over Robbie Lawler. So now Hendricks up a division at 185 pounds, still holding on here, Joe. And the power, they say, is the last thing to go. Johnny Hendricks still has it.
Johnny Hendricks might have the best knockout power the UFC's welterweight division has ever seen. His left-hand bomb is one of the scariest weapons in all of mixed martial arts.
Well, do not adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. One of the greatest of all time is back. The current UFC middleweight champion, George St Pierre, walked away from the sport after his 12th consecutive win. That was November of 2013. This is a guy that made the takedown in mixed martial arts an art form. Unbelievable what this man accomplished without amateur wrestling credentials. GSP, perhaps the greatest of all time, is back and seemingly better than ever.
George St Pierre is, in my opinion, the very best at mixing up takedowns and striking. It's so unpredictable what his attack can be and so successful inside the octagon.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. The American is 34, the Canadian is 36. He will have a 7-inch reach advantage. We send it inside the octagon. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata shares the cage.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so this UFC Grand Prix tournament is coming up next. This format has been all the rage with a lot of the hardcore mixed martial arts fans out there. Sort of an homage to the history of UFC and Pride with a single-night tournament game event here. And let's see who can be the last man standing here tonight.
So there he goes, turning sidekick.
With the jab.
George sprawls out easily, defends.
Immediately shoots for the leg.
And there's a takedown attempt.
Hendricks gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush.
God, look at that takedown, man. Look at that, full mount.
Oh, well placed with the hammer fist there by George St Pierre.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground, staying busy.
Well, you don't want to spend too much time fighting off of your back, Joe, but pretty good work here from the bottom by Hendricks. We cross the midpoint in round one. Oh, nice strike landed there by GSP. Effective punch there by George St Pierre. And very effective with the ground and pound. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Back to side control. He's established mounted crucifix.
Oh, effective strike there by St Pierre. Side control now, there's that knee to the body. Oh, nice hammer fist there by GSP.
He's got the mounted crucifix. This is dangerous.
– 90 seconds now to go in the round. And he landed the right hand there.
He's now back in north-south again. He's back to side control. Now he's got the mounted crucifix. It looks like he's hunting for an arm here. He's isolated the arm. He's pinning down the wrist. Now he wants to connect his other hand to his forearm for leverage. He's got it. Now he wants to lift that elbow up while pushing that hand down. Oh my God!
Will do it!
Round was almost over, but he sunk in the submission and got the victory.
Well, yeah, Joe, you could tell he was going to stop at nothing to leave the judges out of this one here tonight. He was focused on getting the win and getting it by submission. And you saw him in hot pursuit of it much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it. Then there was an opening there late, largely caused by a beautiful setup, and the submission comes late in the round. High-level stuff there.
And let's watch it here one more time. Deep submission and the tap.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight, Joe Rogan, as he gets the win by way of submission. Certainly one of the bigger wins of his career, and as big a statement as he could have made here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata is going to stop this contest at 4 minutes, 38 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, George Rush St Pierre!
All right, so the future UFC Hall of Famer, George St Pierre, adds to his legend tonight. Absolutely incredible that he could step away from the game for 4 years, come back, and pick up precisely where he left off. Congratulations to one of the best to ever do it, George St Pierre. All right, coming up next, it is a welterweight showdown between Matt the Terror Serra and the UFC Hall of Famer, BJ Penn. All right, so here he is, Baby J, BJ Penn, UFC Hall of Famer, one of a handful of two-division UFC champions. Criticize him if you'd like, because he's still fighting and plying his trade now in the UFC featherweight division, but no denying what this man accomplished as a lightweight champion, as a welterweight champion, outstanding jiu-jitsu practitioner, world champion, and some of the best boxing skills this lightweight division has ever seen. BJ Penn is back for more tonight.
BJ Penn fighting at lightweight, fighting at welterweight, and even going up as high as heavyweight in his career has proven that he is willing to fight anyone, anywhere, at any time.
So here he is, the affable Matt the Terror Serra, putting Long Island on the map in a big way by knocking out George St Pierre. That upset good for the UFC Welterweight Championship, and it's amazing to think where Matt Serra was coming back on The Ultimate Fighter in 2006. Not a lot of people were racing to the window to bet on Matt Serra against George St Pierre, but he turned in one of the biggest upsets the sport has ever seen, and Matt Serra looks to keep it going here tonight.
Matt Serra is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the former UFC welterweight champion with a devastating one-punch ability and a world-class ground game to go with it.
Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, with some differences in height and a similar reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 13 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Hilo, Hawaii. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion and the former UFC welterweight champion of the world, the Prodigy, BJ Penn! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the right corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, USA, Matt the Terror Serra. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
So Mario Yamasaki, your third man in the octagon here tonight.
Are you ready?
We are underway. Well, as you all know by now, Matt Serra's demise was greatly exaggerated, and of all the things that he brings to the table, foremost among them is his confidence and self-belief. It was on full display in the upset of George St Pierre, and you gotta think that result and that performance is something he will be buoyed by now moving forward in the UFC. Joe, what are you looking for out of him here in the early going?
One thing to keep an eye out for are the counter strikes of BJ Penn. BJ Penn has excellent counters. Both fighters a little bit hesitant to engage, feeling each other out. Really missed with that right hand.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Now a level change.
And he's gonna try to take the back. He's got full guard here.
Hammer fist here by Penn.
Nice punch to the body. Beautiful sweep. He moved into full mount. Posture's up here.
Oh, pretty good work here from the bottom, Joe, as he tags him with that punch.
Nice shot to the head. He's cut over his right eyebrow. He's covering up, doing a nice job of blocking those shots from the top.
Now to go in the round.
He's looking to take the back.
Takes the back, now going for the rear naked choke. Under the chin!
He might get it here, look at this. This choke continues to get tighter every second. He may be forced to tap. He got it, he got it! Nicely done. He got the choke for the tap.
Well, yeah, Joe, he told us during fight week he's been working dutifully on his submission game, and he was going to look for an opening here tonight. Safe to say he found one near-perfect setup on the choke. It was sunk in deep, and his opponent had no choice but to tap out or go to sleep.
And here we can see it again. Cuts off the blood supply, and you can see the fighter go limp. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 12 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Matt Serra.
So the Ray Longo pupil, Matt Serra, gets his hand raised yet again, and a lot of people wondered, how would he respond after the George St Pierre fight at UFC 69? Would he be riding a little bit too high? The answer tonight, an emphatic no. Matt Serra stayed grounded, recommitted to the conditioning. And this result, I think, Joe, speaks for itself. Matt Serra, very much still a force to be reckoned with in this welterweight division. Coming up next, it is a welterweight championship fight between George St Pierre and Matt Serra. All right, so here he is, the #1 welterweight contender, getting set to challenge for the UFC's 170-pound title. Took a long winning streak in many years for him to realize this opportunity. He is not taking it lightly. He has said all here during fight week he's appreciative of this opportunity, but he is confident he is going to maximize it and leave as not just a contender, but a UFC champion.
As he steps towards this cage, he understands this is one of the biggest moments in his life, the biggest moment in his career. He is looking to take this title, and he believes his time is now. His preparation has gone perfectly. He is in outstanding shape. He has a great game plan and a great camp, and he believes that he will emerge the new champion of the world tonight after this fight.
So, Joe, as this fighter makes his way to the octagon, let's start with the kicking technique, because it is just outstanding. He doesn't telegraph a thing, and I think what really jumps out of the film room for me is his ability to get his foot off the canvas to the target so quickly. A lot of guys just don't even see it coming. And he doesn't discriminate. He'll attack that lead leg, he'll go to the body, beautiful head kick upstairs as well. The technique is really what sets up everything to this guy's game, and his opponent's certainly wary of what's coming back with those kicks tonight. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. George St Pierre is 3 years his senior. He is 5 inches taller. He will have an 8-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Levine. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 16 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, USA, introducing the challenger, Matt the Terror Serra. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, George St Pierre!
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to
This is a fight that we have been looking forward to for a long time and is about to take place right now. I'm very excited.
Are you ready? You ready?
Scheduled for 5 rounds if need be. Opens with the left hand and lands flush. Serra gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Opens with the left hand and lands flush. Kick to the body by Serra.
There he swung with a haymaker. Both guys have proved to be dangerous in the opening seconds of this fight. It's in. He's deep. He's going to clasp the hands together. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy. Now he's working from north-south. He's looking for the inverted triangle from side control. Traps the arm, throws his leg over the top.
He might get a finish here.
This could be it. It's getting tighter.
Wow.
Oh, mount. Excellent posture here. Nice.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Serra.
He tries to pass here, but gets shut down. Look at this reversal.
Just over 2 minutes, round 1.
He postures into place. He's looking to pass. Neither fighter's really doing anything. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. And he's going to transition to the back.
Going for that patented rear naked choke now.
That choke looks locked up tight.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
That rear naked choke is in deep. Any second now he may have to tap. Oh, this fight's over. This fight's over. Used excellent technique in getting that choke for the victory.
Well, you can tell he has been working hard on his submissions in his training camp. That was a near-perfect setup on that choke. Sunk it in deep, and the opponent had no choice but to tap out or go to sleep. He chose to tap out.
And here we see it again from a second angle. Cuts off the blood supply, and there's the tap. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is, a man that needs no introduction, the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, and your winner tonight by way of spectacular submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 54 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Serra.
Well, he came in a confident #1 contender. He leaves as the undisputed best welterweight in the world, and I say that because he didn't just come in here and wrest the belt away from the champion. He submitted the guy, and rather emphatically. So you're looking at him, that is the new UFC welterweight champion, And as he celebrates in the corner, you can't help but think that this could be an extended run for him here at 170 pounds.